You are standing in a supermarket aisle, staring at two nearly identical bottles of olive oil. One is slightly cheaper. The other promises to be healthier. You reach for one, hesitate, pull your hand back, and compare the labels again. Around you, hundreds of people are doing exactly the same thing. Nothing dramatic is happening. Just ordinary people making ordinary decisions. And yet, by the time you place that bottle into your cart, you've already paid something you can never get back. Not money, time, attention, mental energy, the hidden cost of making a decision. So why do even small choices sometimes leave you feeling exhausted? Most people believe decisions are simple. You weigh the options, make a choice, and move on. If the result is good, it was the right decision. If it's bad, it wasn't. That sounds reasonable, but it's also incomplete, because every decision has two costs. The first is obvious: the money you spend, the time you invest, or the effort required. The second is invisible. It's everything you gave up by choosing something else. Economists call this opportunity cost. Imagine someone gives you a free ticket to a concert. It feels like you got something for nothing. But if attending that concert means missing your best friend's wedding, then the concert wasn't really free. Its true cost was the wedding you couldn't attend. That's how opportunity cost works. Every yes automatically creates dozens of no's. When you spend an hour watching videos, you can't spend that same hour learning a new skill. When you choose one career, you don't choose another. Every relationship, every purchase, every habit quietly closes thousands of alternative paths. Your life isn't shaped only by the choices you make. It's also shaped by the choices you never get to make again. Think about that. But there's another hidden cost that most people overlook: your brain. Thousands of years ago, humans made decisions that determined survival. Which berries were safe to eat, which path avoided predators, which shelter would survive the coming storm. Making the wrong choice could mean death. Because of that, evolution built a brain that constantly compares possibilities before acting. Every decision requires your brain to gather information, predict outcomes, estimate risks, and imagine future consequences. That process uses energy. Your brain makes up only about 2% of your body weight, yet it consumes around 20% of your body's energy. While not every decision drains you equally, difficult or repeated choices place a noticeable mental load on your brain. This is why, after a long day of work, even deciding what to eat for dinner can feel strangely difficult. The food didn't become more complicated. Your brain simply became tired. Psychologists call this decision fatigue. The more decisions you make, the harder it becomes to make good ones. That's one reason successful people often simplify parts of their lives. Some wear similar clothes every day. Others follow fixed morning routines. They aren't avoiding decisions because they're lazy. They're protecting their mental energy for decisions that actually matter. Now compare modern life with life just a few decades ago. Walk into a grocery store today and you'll find hundreds of cereal brands, dozens of toothpaste options, countless streaming platforms, smartphones, apps, subscriptions, and endless online stores. Every website asks you to accept cookies. Every app asks for permissions. Every service asks you to choose between plans. Small decisions. Constantly. Individually, they seem harmless. Together, they consume an enormous amount of attention. Ironically, having more choices doesn't always make us happier. In many cases, it does the opposite. When there are too many options, we begin worrying about making the wrong one. Maybe another product is better. Maybe another job pays more. Maybe another city would make us happier. Maybe another life would have been better. The more choices we have, the more opportunities we imagine missing. And that's where regret begins. Here's the part that matters. Regret often has less to do with reality than imagination. Your brain loves creating alternate versions of your life. The business you never started, the country you never moved to, the degree you never pursued, the person you almost married. None of those lives actually happened, yet your brain can still spend years wondering what they might have looked like. Because imagining possibilities is one of the brain's greatest strengths, it's also one of its greatest burdens. History shows this pattern on a much larger scale. Every civilization has faced opportunity costs. When nations invested in war, they often sacrificed education or healthcare. When societies chose rapid industrial growth, they accepted environmental damage. Every major decision, whether made by one person or millions, came with hidden trade-offs. Progress has always required sacrifice. Technology is another perfect example. Smartphones gave us instant communication. They also brought endless notifications. The internet gave us unlimited information. It also created unlimited distraction. Social media connected billions of people. That's the hidden price of progress. The same is true in our personal lives. Choosing a demanding career might bring financial success, but less time with family. Choosing comfort today may delay success tomorrow. Choosing safety may mean missing extraordinary opportunities. There is no decision without compromise, and that's perfectly normal. One of the biggest mistakes people make is searching for the perfect choice, but perfection rarely exists. Every meaningful decision leaves something valuable behind. Waiting for complete certainty often becomes more expensive than making a good decision, because time keeps moving whether you choose or not. Even doing nothing has an opportunity cost. Every day you postpone learning a skill is another day without it. Every dream delayed is time that cannot be recovered. Indecision is still a decision. Remember that supermarket aisle where we began? It looked like you were choosing between 2 bottles of olive oil, but the real decision was much bigger than that. You were spending your attention, your time, your mental energy, resources that are far more valuable than the money in your wallet. Tomorrow morning, you'll make hundreds of decisions before you've even finished breakfast. Most of them will seem insignificant, but together, those small choices will quietly shape the direction of your life. Because every decision asks for payment. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's effort, sometimes it's an opportunity you'll never see again. The goal isn't to make perfect decisions. It's to make thoughtful ones, accept the trade-offs, and move forward without constantly looking back. Because in the end, the greatest hidden cost of every decision isn't the option you didn't choose. It's the limited time you have to choose at all.